Imagine a time when Rome was not an empire, but a bustling republic on the cusp of greatness. This was an era where the grandeur of the Roman Empire was merely a glimmer on the horizon, a promise of things to come. The Roman Republic, a vibrant blend of democratic ideals and the rule of law, was a bustling stage of political intrigue, power struggles, and societal change. Among the senators and citizens, power was a coveted prize, often triggering intense conflicts and rivalries. The Senate was a battleground of wills, where alliances shifted as swiftly as the Tiber's current. This was an era where the ambitious could rise and the powerful could fall, all within the blink of an eye. The stage was set for a new kind of leader, one who could seize the moment, navigate the turbulent political waters, and steer Rome towards her destined greatness. Into this world of political turmoil and ambition, Julius Caesar was born. Julius Caesar, a name that would echo through the annals of history, began his life in 100 BC. Born into the prestigious Julian clan of Rome, Caesar's early days were steeped in the traditions and teachings of his noble lineage. He was educated by the finest tutors of his time, instilling in him a deep understanding of language, law, and military tactics. Caesar's journey into the treacherous realm of Roman politics started early. His ambition and cunning were evident from a young age, and he quickly climbed the rungs of the political ladder. He held the office of quaestor, a role that would lay the foundation for his future political career. His charisma, intellect, and political savvy made him a formidable figure. He displayed an uncanny ability to navigate the complex web of alliances and rivalries that defined the Roman political landscape. By the time he was 25, Caesar had established himself as a force to be reckoned with. Julius Caesar, not content with a traditional political career, sought power and influence beyond the ordinary. Caesar's rise was nothing short of extraordinary, and it was largely fueled by his military prowess. He embarked on a series of campaigns that expanded the borders of Rome and bolstered his reputation as a formidable general. From the conquest of Gaul to the invasion of Britain, his victories were numerous and decisive. Yet it was not just his military might that marked his rise, it was his uncanny ability to win hearts and minds. Caesar was a master of forming strategic alliances. He formed what is known as the First Triumvirate, an informal political alliance with Pompey and Crassus, two of the most influential men in Rome at the time. This alliance, though marred by personal and political tensions, served as a stepping stone for Caesar's ascent to power. His charisma was another key ingredient in his rise. He was a man who knew how to sway a crowd. He was a gifted orator, his words resonating with both the common citizen and the elite. His speeches were not just about grand ideas and lofty promises, they were a testament to his vision for Rome, a vision that many found compelling and inspiring. But perhaps the most defining moment in Caesar's rise to power came when he was elected consul, the highest political office in the Roman Republic. His tenure as consul was marked by his push for radical reforms, which won him further popularity among the masses but also earned him the ire of the Senate. Caesar's rise was characterized by ruthless ambition. He was a man who would stop at nothing to achieve his goals. He maneuvered through the political landscape with a kind of audacity and cunning that was unheard of. He was not afraid to break traditions, not afraid to challenge the status quo. Caesar's rise was meteoric, but it was not without its perils. His relentless pursuit of power made him both loved and feared, admired and despised. But in the end, it was this pursuit that would set the stage for his downfall. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the intoxicating allure of power and the risks that come with it. Caesar's ambition led him to the lush green lands of Gaul, where he would carve a name for himself in the annals of military history. The Gallic Wars were a series of military campaigns waged by the Roman proconsul Julius Caesar against several Gallic tribes between 58 BC and 50 BC. Aiming to expand Rome's territory and secure its borders, Caesar launched an audacious campaign into Gaul, an area that covered what is now modern France and parts of Belgium. Caesar's strategies during these wars were a testament to his military genius. He was known for his ability to adapt to changing circumstances, utilizing both traditional Roman military tactics and innovative strategies. His armies built bridges to cross formidable rivers, dug trenches during sieges, and even constructed a double fortification around the enemy's stronghold during the Battle of Alesia. This was a war of attrition and psychological warfare, and Caesar played it masterfully. After 8 grueling years, Caesar emerged victorious. His success in Gaul boosted his popularity among the people of Rome, but it also stoked the fears of the Senate, who saw him as a growing threat to their power and the Republic. And then came a defining moment in Caesar's life and Roman history: the crossing of the Rubicon. The Rubicon was a small river separating Gaul from Italy, and by Roman law, no general was allowed to cross it with an army. But in 49 BC, Caesar did just that, effectively declaring war on the Senate. It was an audacious act, a point of no return. As he crossed, he is believed to have said, "The die is cast," acknowledging the enormity of his decision. The crossing of the Rubicon sparked a civil war in Rome, pitting Caesar against the forces of the Senate led by Pompey the Great. This bold move marked the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the era of the Roman Empire. With the crossing of the Rubicon, Caesar had thrown the gauntlet, and Rome would never be the same. As the dust settled on the civil war, Caesar emerged as the undisputed leader of Rome, declaring himself dictator in perpetuity. This title was not just for show. Julius Caesar was a man of action, and as dictator, he put into motion a series of reforms that would change the face of Rome. To begin with, he implemented a massive public works program. Roads were repaired, harbors were built, and public buildings were erected. Not only did this improve the infrastructure of Rome, but it also provided jobs for the many unemployed Romans. Caesar also reformed the Roman calendar, introducing what is now known as the Julian calendar, which is very similar to the one we use today. But his actions weren't just about bricks and calendars. Caesar understood that Rome's strength lay in its people. He expanded citizenship to many people living in the provinces, breaking down the barriers between Rome and its conquered territories. He also passed a law that required public officials to fill a third of their workforce with free men, providing opportunities for the lower classes. Caesar was immensely popular among the masses. His reforms improved their lives and gave them a sense of belonging in the empire. But not everyone was happy. The Senate, made up of Rome's elite, saw Caesar's power and popularity as a threat. A conspiracy was hatched among a group of senators, including his friend Marcus Brutus. On the Ides of March, a day we now associate with betrayal and doom, these conspirators stabbed Caesar at a Senate meeting. As he fell, he reportedly looked at Brutus and said the now infamous words, "Et tu, Brute? You too, Brutus? Et tu, Brute?" With these alleged final words, Julius Caesar, the great general and dictator, met his tragic end. Despite his death, Julius Caesar's legacy lived on, shaping the future of Rome and the world. The power vacuum left by Caesar's assassination led to a period of civil unrest and political strife. In the end, it was Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir, who emerged victorious, defeating Mark Antony in the Battle of Actium and becoming the first Roman emperor under the name Augustus. In this way, Caesar indirectly paved the way for the transition from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire, an epoch that lasted for nearly 5 centuries and left an indelible imprint on world history. Caesar's impact didn't end there. His policies and reforms had a profound and lasting effect. His changes to the Roman calendar, creating the Julian calendar with a year length that is very close to the solar year, are still felt today. Our modern Gregorian calendar is a refinement of Julius Caesar's system. Furthermore, his military strategies have been studied and admired, even emulated, throughout the ages. From his use of the divide and conquer tactic to his innovative use of engineering and warfare, Caesar's military genius continues to be a subject of study in military academies around the world. His life and death have also permeated our culture and language. Phrases he is believed to have said, such as "Veni, vidi, vici," "I came, I saw, I conquered," are known by many, even though more than 2,000 years have passed. His assassination on the Ides of March is still remembered, and his life and death have inspired countless works of art, literature and drama, including one of Shakespeare's most famous plays. The influence of Julius Caesar extends beyond the grave, reaching into nearly every aspect of modern society. His life, his deeds, his successes, and his failures all have shaped the world we live in today. Julius Caesar, a name etched in history, a life that forever changed the course of the Roman Republic. That's a wrap for today, folks. If you enjoyed, tap that like button. Don't miss out on the fun. Subscribe to stay tuned. The excitement is just beginning.